is a unique television project in which several people try to prove to the whole country that they are real psychics. At first glance, they are completely ordinary people, but who knows what they are capable of? We have prepared new tests for clairvoyance.
We'll provide the psychics with fresh human blood.
I came to donate half a liter of blood to you.
It's good.
Will the seer identify who we hide from them?
I see blood like men.
Man,
In this blood,
100 grams of cognac.
At work, a 20-year-old nurse was killed.
The kitchen knife.
Our psychics are leading the investigation.
The thing is, she doesn't talk to me.
I heard some voice kill him like this.
I want to remind you that all our experiments with clairvoyance is monitored by independent experts and real skeptics. Sometimes they test the abilities of psychics literally on themselves. This time it was extremely difficult to find the willing. Everyone we interviewed conveyed that this trial seemed nothing short of shocking and quite distressing.
From participation in this test refused 26 celebrities, including 15 athletes, 8 stars of show business, 3 deputies of the State Duma. Only one person agreed to this experiment. Nikita Jigurda is a musician, actor, director, and just a desperate person. After all, to participate in our trial, he will have to sacrifice his blood.
Don't worry, everything is fine.
Blood is a unique source of information.
The blood went.
According to its chemical analysis, doctors are able to identify even hidden diseases and make a diagnosis.
We can say that the person is healthy or
Not
healthy.
But
What deviations he has determine the character of a person or some of his inclinations there.
we don't see.
But in witchcraft and rituals, blood is used much more widely. Shamans claim that with its help they can learn the past of a person, adjust the present, and look into the future. Is that really so? We want to check it. The test tube with the artist's blood will be in front of the clairvoyant for 20 minutes. During this time, they will have to tell everything about the person who left this blood. Can our psychics learn more than professionals? This test will be conducted by our permanent expert, psychiatrist Mikhail Vinogradov. Nikita Jigurda himself will watch what is happening from the next room at the monitor of it.
There is much fraud among psychics, but a few are genuinely unique. And I am deeply convinced that scientists will prove everything that has been a miraculous phenomenon.
A shaman from Kazakhstan initiates the test.
Hello. What kind of liquid do you think is here in this test tube?
I look at human blood, it seems.
Yes, you are not mistaken. You said correctly. This is blood. Tell me whose it is and everything you can tell about the owner of this blood.
You know, I can distinctly detect it from this blood. Apparently this man is sick. And this blood is...
100 grams of cognac.
I feel bad, please excuse me.
Yes, please.
The smell is terrible to me. This man has liver and gallbladder disease.
Never liver problems, never anything at all. In fact, she feels that something is wrong. The liver begins to work intensively with alcohol.
I see this man's blood. His blood courses purposefully through his veins, and he will graduate from 2 prestigious institutes.
I really have 2 institutes. I have a physical education institute and a theater institute.
Could you explain what this man does?
In my opinion, sports play a significant role because I witness its impact.
I am athletic thanks to skating and boxing. I have acquired a better than my youth possessed.
Blood circulates rapidly through veins. The crossing of 3 European bloodlines and one of some completely different nation.
My veins carry either Tatar or Caucasian blood, which remains suspended.
He appears to be at a very tender age, seemingly either 27 years old or a bit younger. No, it's male.
All right, I appreciate it.
I probably said it wrong.
Now, who will come in whose veins this blood flows?
Sheta, I have a very complex nature. You know, I have so many things mixed up. The only thing you felt with the liver was that I was on an empty stomach before taking 100 grams of cognac.
So by this method did you ascertain a person's gender and even comprehend his abilities in such detail. However, the detection of alcohol in the bloodstream was mistaken for a liver disease, and an error in age estimation was up to 20 years. The shaman immediately found it for its mistakes and was justified, because they were used to working were very far from the original.
This is the procedure to make an incision, and this is how you discern sweet blood from someone, salty from someone else, and bitter from another. Hence, if they permitted to drip, perhaps I would disclose everything.
Although
The shaman.
I didn't taste Nikita Jigurda's blood, she still managed to get a little information about the donor. And is there any possibility that one of the psychics can astonish the actor? Our examination persists.
Sports body.
In my opinion, it was an animal that had been killed.
I am still alive.
Behave very well.
Numerous poems have been dedicated to me. No, I can't.
I don't know what to say.
You're watching Battle of Psychics, a project that tests people with paranormal abilities. Right now, you will see a test for which we needed nothing but real human blood. Moreover, this blood flows in person, about whom the whole country knows.
Only one person agreed to shed his blood for our experiment, Nikita Jigurda. The artist underwent an unpleasant procedure a few minutes before the start of the experiment.
What went?
Gone.
Now, before the clairvoyance, the human blood, true human blood is unique genetic material. The task of psychics is to consider its energy and tell the maximum information about the person to whom the blood belongs. The tests are administered by our esteemed expert psychiatrist, Mikhail Vinogradov, while the blood donor, Nikita Jigurda, observes the proceedings via monitor. In this session, psychics will endeavor to impart as much information as possible about this blood donation.
What kind of liquid do you think is here in this test tube?
This.
Blood. Then the most important question to tell about the owner of this blood.
Comprises male energy.
Male.
Indeed, a person with long hair.
Well, there are long hair.
How old exactly is he?
48.
The sports body. How did you establish a career in sport? Are you possibly a champion?
Champion?
Yes. A canoeing and athletics event in the 800-meter skiing.
I seem to notice the hospital. I have the ability to identify the specific disease he contracted, for his heart and kidneys exhibit certain abnormal developments.
It was a benign tumor.
Following that incident, he began to take traditional medicinal treatments with utmost seriousness.
Indeed, the tumor, which was discovered in '95 in the artist doctors, forced to change his attitude not only to his health, but their lifestyle.
So I decided to quit drinking there and smoking. I predicting them that it would take 5 years. That my current fascination with various religions and mystical practices that are psychic in nature, their imminent popularity.
He possesses characteristics akin to a philosopher, thoughtful and inquisitive. He's perpetually searching for something. A robust individual, and it looks like the current form, like the
Lion.
All right. Are you about to meet that person right now? Whose blood circulates throughout the veins?
Hear the lions roar as I enact Richard's play Lionheart, and while I descend.
And so Zayev, having in front of him only a test tube with Nikit Jigurda's blood, was able to describe his appearance and even told some details of the actor's life.
He has some kind of system of his own, which will certainly not be revealed to anyone, because it is a secret teaching, and not because it is something bad, but he's just real dedicated, that is. This is aerobatics.
But the next Lilia will be studying the contents of the test tube came to very unexpected conclusions.
This is a blood test related to a certain type of animal, something with fur and a long tail. Here the animal is deceased.
The death, the animal.
The actor was overwhelmed with response, and he immediately demonstrated his animal essence.
A wolf, such a wild animal, has appeared. Despite everything, I'm actually a person. However, I portray a wolf for children, but I'll call it Wolf. Just 5 days ago, performed the Wolf 3 shows. Apparently, I'm alive, thanks to my escape.
Thank you.
Wishing you immense joy and happiness.
Lilia,
But unfortunately, you are mistaken, and I cannot take this as a positive result.
unfortunately, the next psychics also did not pass the test. The images that appeared to Elena Smilova were very far from the original.
I don't know why there is a female silhouette. A woman. I see a woman.
I followed the same erroneous direction and Alexander.
She is a young woman about 20 years old. Is the blood of a dead man?
Yes, I don't even know how to talk to him. In general, it's very difficult to justify you to me, Alexander. The woman is also dead. Happy to you, happy to you.
Alexander identified the culprit of his failure among other psychics.
This guy is a Satanist, consistently causing harm to everyone. I had a major confrontation with him, leading to an intense outburst.
Wonder what the troublemaker of our psychics himself will say about the contents of the test tube. Vlad Kadoni's trial. He began with his usual ritual.
This can create the impression that a psychic is working there to create. Actually, the simpler it is, the stronger it is.
I am now. Actually... very strong.
The energy is incredibly powerful. I can't say anything.
Something's really bothering me right now, and I sincerely apologize.
The sorcerer's perplexity was soon justified by his sudden illness.
It's an urgent toilet. We're here makes me sick.
As a result, cope with the task he never could.
Don't shoot, honestly. Please.
Alexander Litvin was the last to start the tests.
Male blood, I think.
Male blood, I am deeply fascinated by psychics who do not boast, indicating that this is not Lohodron. We will soon find out what he says.
Interesting, man. Handles itself very well. Such a hard, very physically developed look, piercing, already a mature person. The blood of a mature person has already 47, 50 years.
47 hits, 47 new.
His energy is very interesting.
What is energy related to?
Maybe he did yoga.
Yes, I study yoga. Reads information without doping.
Something? Some kind of stuff.
What kind?
It is some kind of turning point to his attitude to life. Perhaps at some point in his life he realized that he was doing something wrong.
From
95 to 2002, 7 years vegetarian, tough year, hunger, repentance, practices, prayers.
He has family.
Family, yes, I see 2 children, but the women are different. Well, most likely not just one marriage.
The 3, as if symbolizing the Trinity beloved by many, including me.
Minimum 3.
At that moment, the entire crew had the feeling that there was an invisible connection between the actor and the psychic.
My last marriage was a long time ago.
1 year.
Approximately 1 year ago.
What kind? His wife?
Younger demeanor, but he treats her exceptionally well.
Indeed, acquaintance with the Olympic champion in figure skating Marina Anisina turned for the artist's remarriage.
I didn't love anyone else married like Erin.
The path to the heart of the famous figure skater turned out to be an unusually difficult tick for Nikita Jagurda.
The love elements did not have any impact on her iron ore.
There are numerous legends about Marina Anisina's strong character. Even after the wedding, it is difficult to hear anything sentimental from her.
Nikita took many steps won and dedicated many poems to me as signs of attention. No, I can't.
I'm at a loss for words. As the psychic Alexander Litvin mentioned, the age gap between the spouses is notably significant, 14 years. However, it doesn't bother anyone, and now the happy young family is anticipating an addition to their family.
What does he do for a living?
He is a widely recognized individual and is perceived as being on a high pedestal for some reason.
I understand the podium. You seem there. Well, that is, the stage.
Many individuals, but this isn't about politics. Maybe an actor, an artist.
Now a person with blood running through their veins will come to you.
Come in.
I have proceeded.
Do I have a spine problem now?
Problems with the spine.
Well, this is not an injury. I don't understand what was the lumbar region.
Alexander, I'm remarked here that Alexander was my favorite, and I enjoyed the clarity of his hits. I've recently been donning a corset that aids my spine. I spent time at a youthful rowing and boxing. Subsequent injuries limited my activities.
Alexander is more.
Surpassing all others in his adequate and uniqueness. That is, today's person who reads normal. The information around the world is clearly not a single puncture.
Well, Customs Officer Alexander Litvin managed to get, with the help of blood, a lot of information about how he did it. I don't understand. Alexander says that sometimes he himself cannot explain what is happening to him. Yet our psychics embrace their ultimate challenges.
A month ago, a nurse was brutally murdered in an ordinary rest house near Moscow.
Everything was soaked with blood. Next to the body lay 3 soaked sheets.
Who had the audacity to carry out such a bold crime?
I'm unsure of the extent I could provide.
Psychics investigating together with the police.
The murderer was under the influence of drugs.
Could be it.
Well, just looking for victims. The goal was just killing him, really. Do I have a problem?
I have stories to share directly.
This is a battle of psychics, and with you, I am Mikhail Porechenkov. Now all our participants are waiting for a test that we prepared together with police officers. Everything will happen in one city near Moscow, and we are talking about an extremely cruel and mysterious crime.
Boarding house Orbiter is located a few kilometers from Naro-Fominsk near Moscow. Now everything is as usual here, carefree vacationers and life on schedule. Coming here for the first time, it's hard to even assume that a murder was committed here just a month ago. This news horrified both vacationers and employees of the boarding house. Right at his workplace in the medical building was brutally murdered a young nurse.
The body lay on the left side with feet against the wall with head caked. Everything was abundantly soaked with blood. Next to the body lay 3 soaked sheets that were from this closet.
On the body Olga Barahina, the police found many stab wounds. Most of them were inflicted on the back. The murder weapon was not found.
Perhaps a kitchen knife, the kind everyone uses to cut bread at home, approximately 15-20 centimeters long.
She died losing 3 liters. I inquired about how long she had been
tormented.
Yes, said at least 20 minutes.
Almost immediately, it was possible to establish that Olga was murdered not in her office. But at this very place in the hall, the body was later dragged into the nurse's room and locked with a key.
The blood was found on the wall and obvious traces of dragging to the medical office.
Before leaving, the criminal tried to carefully wipe all traces of blood in the hall. To do this, the killer used sheets that he rinsed right here in the shower. And the most important crime was committed with extraordinary impudence. The nurse was killed in broad daylight. Vacationers could come to her at any moment.
Opposite, in fact, the building in which the crime occurred, located
next to the
school. It can be said that the crime was committed in a crowd.
So far, there is no suspect in the case, and the motive for the murder is completely unclear. Today, Olga Porakina's mother decided to seek help from our psychics. Can people with paranormal abilities see who killed her daughter?
It's agonizing to live without understanding why.
We will bring psychics directly to the tragedy's location, and their work will be monitored by the researchers leading the investigation.
Maybe they are
At least
will it be created?
psychologically.
The depiction of this person, I'm unsure, as I've never engaged with them before.
But first, we will check if our psychics really see something. We will not tell them anything in advance and ask one single question: what happened here a month ago? Our skeptic, Sergei Safronov, will monitor the progress of the test together with the mother of the deceased, Olga, and the clairvoyant, Elena, will be the first to enter the house of the nurses murdered.
Elena, hello. Please come in and make yourself comfortable. Meet, this is Nina Ermevna. Elena, I have a question for you. What exactly happened here?
A month ago.
I'll just start here. I'm extremely excited because there's some kind of commotion happening. For some reason, I see a young girl. I completely don't understand what pulls me there for some reason. It is here, in my opinion.
The fact that she immediately went to medical office made me think a little here. Look how many doors, yes, but she chose this one. Maybe she felt something intuitively at the subconscious level, a magnet pulled to this very door.
I'm shaking from this place. My head is a mess, you know, I'm just shaking.
I don't understand.
The situation is that she's not conversing with me.
Why in the shower?
Let's take a look.
Look how... Well, that's very interesting.
The movement felt incredibly fast, super fast. So something definitely had to be washed away or cleaned off there. This is the water. I hear it flowing. Here is the water splashing around. It is washing away something.
Probably the blood.
It really feels like a man wearing a hat with a dog walked through here. Paw prints all over, paw, paw, paw from the dog. They move in a way that resembles claws.
The dog was here.
I sit down and ponder. I just need to collect my thoughts. I'm dealing with anxiety and a strange knocking sound. Girl, have I been lying here?
She's old.
She looks young to me, 2023.
Skinny.
No, I cannot claim that being skinny is heavier than me. But not fat doesn't mean large in essence. There seemed to be some kind of impact, and I can see something resembling blood bruising. Well, typically when they strike the face, there is likely to be a bruise.
What happens next?
I'm uncertain, but I see a grave. Fresh flowers.
You don't feel anything here?
You ask a month in general, a lot of people happen. And now I just start reading other information if I start. It's just that the kids are running around, well, like children, well, not small.
Back to the event here.
Well, you're asking me that. I'm probably all I can say.
Thank you, Elena. Please, goodbye.
Goodbye. I was really hoping for you.
Our first clairvoyant, Elena Smelova, interrupted the test immediately after seeing that the girl died here.
She could feel the water as she searched for a murderer, or murderer washed everything away.
But Elena could not see any more circumstances of this tragedy.
Something supernatural, something that can help us not see anything.
However, the clairvoyant assured us confidently that she could significantly assist in the investigation of this matter.
A month ago, these girls, most likely not yet, 40 days. 40 days means you can't even talk them soul. That's how I get information.
Following on the scene of the tragedy was the psychic Alexander Zaryansky.
Will the former hermit be able to determine what happened here a month ago?
The person has been killed here, implying that is present. I can't definitively say whether he was murdered or not.
Right here.
Apologies, but I am unable to do anything. I feel like I'm having such a bad day today.
We really cannot compel your ultimate decision. Alexander had a logical or intuitive sense that something was related to death, but he couldn't precisely explain it. However, a weak psychic...
No, well, maybe he sees something, feels something. Well, in this situation, I think his intuition is not working.
Here, Alexander Zelensky assures that he knows the reason for his failure. It turns out that it's all about insidious rivals.
We have two people who begin to offend everyone with any action. Whatever it is, they begin to laugh at everything, and directly it's Elena. And Vlad.
And here are the second offender of Alexander Zaryansky, sorcerer Vlad Kadoni. Will he be able to shed light on the mysterious murderous? Vlad, as usual, began his clairvoyance by lighting a cigarette.
What about cigarettes? Can facilitate entry with transcript. We must examine the composition of cigarette in detail.
The event was reported almost like close blood relations.
I can't understand the essence of these phrases.
To get to the point, I need...
A little like that.
Yes.
It's a stormy night here, you know? And then morning comes, when people open their eyes, roughly speaking, they don't discover anything. 5, they arrived there, I don't know, but they woke up in the morning, and there were only 4 in the house.
That is, if I understood you correctly.
A man is missing here, right?
Thank you very much.
I can't do anything. Naturally. Offended. 3 of our psychics have already passed this test, but none of them have brought real help to the investigation. Maybe Azerbaijani Zirodinzaev will succeed.
Greetings, hello.
Especially since he immediately sensed exactly what had happened here a month ago.
What happened here? It was a particularly bad murder. Yes. And blood.
How do you see?
This side.
A woman...
That's exactly what I see here. Someone I don't recognize.
A woman...
Indeed, appear young.
Scream
there.
Right side.
Blows.
Yeah.
Located on the right side.
Scream.
The girl, all please pardon me. She killed.
What can I tell you about the girl?
Divine girl she really wanted. Learning. She had a dog.
Yes.
Small, he's small.
Yes, he used to be.
Books are in the room. It was a small bracelet here.
Yes. The bracelet only lie in red.
Well, basically,
in any department has a shelf book. But when he said that a bracelet there, I got the complete impression that Zerodin saw this shelf.
By the way, I figured he should have told the whole truth, then immediately identified the place where she was killed.
So Zirodinzaev correctly determined that a murder occurred here a month ago. But now, can the psychic determine who took the life of the girl he described so accurately?
I see this man possess an inherent evilness.
Maybe you still saw.
For what reason was she killed? I don't know. Well, though, something
they want to steal. What exactly did they want to steal?
He adopted drug.
Took it on.
Yeah. What happened?
Yes.
That is, I'm all the time on
drug. I can say yes.
But not excluded. Well, it could be.
The psychic statement claims that Olga Parakina could have been killed by drug addicts. This one version was the investigation. The murderer came to the nurse's house for drugs.
They think it's empty to steal. She saw how they get in.
However, subsequently the police began to cast doubt on this version. It was discovered that nothing of value was missing from the crime scene. Why would drug addicts ignore valuable items?
The phone wasn't... It had a chain on it, all sorts of pendants.
I heard kill him like this. I heard the word.
We remain uncertain if psychic Zirodin Razaev was indeed referring to drug addicts when he mentioned the killers of the girl. Because he simply refused to describe those he saw.
I'm afraid, even scared. It's particularly bad for me.
Like this.
I'm afraid of that.
Psychic Zirudin still managed to answer the primary question of our test, while the next psychic talked about an incident that took place here a month ago. For some reason, I perceive masked individuals like this.
There was a robbery that occurred last month.
No, there is nothing like that.
There was a certain incident at the party that resulted in a...
Yes, I apologize. Goodbye.
But our last psychic, Alexander Litvin, after listening carefully to the tasks, immediately determined what happened here.
It's murder.
After that, he resolutely headed to the place where Olga Parakina's body was discovered.
I'm a young girl with her back turned. Young, well, 23 maximum, probably, well, most likely, it's a workplace. She worked here. She wrote something while sitting. Nurse. Well, right here.
Where was I?
Could it be somewhere in this location?
Well, a corpse we found here standing up.
Lying on her stomach on her back.
Knees are here, facing up. Damaged internal organ intended to open blood.
Loss. Blood loss, heavy bleeding, all organs affected. Indeed, she choked on blood and death came from the blood loss.
Yes, most likely due to penetrating wounds. She'd have a few wounds. Not less than 3.
Alexander Litvin correctly sensed that Olga Parakina's body had multiple knife wounds. He stabbed her 10 times.
Deep blows of a very physically strong person.
So the investigation established that the nurse was killed by a man and physically strong. But who he is and what he has to do with the dead girl is unknown.
And you know, large majority of blood here. She's lying there. Look like this.
That was very well expressed.
Clearly.
Alexander Litvin, the only psychic, saw how Olga died. He pinpointed the exact location of her murder and where her body was found. He even identified who she worked for. But will he reveal who and why someone killed an innocent nurse?
There was a man, a lone, mentally unbalanced man. He walked here, walked for a long time.
Down the street?
Yes, he watched several times.
Out the window.
Coming up, go away.
He was here often.
The territory is unfamiliar to him. He has not been here often, perhaps even once.
She knew
him? No, she didn't know him. She saw him once.
Well, how could he be here?
Well, he just, the victim did it. The goal was just murder. Well, yes, in this situation, who have a real mental problem definitely have this. Maybe
the maniac. Alexander was told that the maniac was his
only
victim, or else?
Yes, there may be.
Before this, in Narofominsk, 2 more murders of young girls were recorded recently. Their bodies were found at different times near the railway station. Experts say that the handwriting of the murder of these girls and Nurse Barakina is very similar.
We had 2 other similar crimes, but they were committed under different circumstances and in different places. We are checking the possibility, of course.
The investigation found that 2 girls at the railway station were killed by a maniac. Or maybe Olga's death is also on his conscience?
Can you distinguish?
They will find I see a handcuff on his left hand. Thick clothes.
And well.
In short, it's interesting. Needing to meet you.
All truths were disclosed, and he revealed the young woman. He said everything at once.
But the police, immediately after the test, decided to communicate with Psychic Litvin without cameras behind closed doors.
Yes, we are. We communicated with Alexander and asked him questions that interested us.
He gave the approximate length of the blade.
That is, everything is quite right.
He told us some moments, so we will definitely record them for ourselves and will definitely use them in further work.
I do not know whether psychic Alexander Litvin will continue to cooperate with the police, but it is already clear that he coped with our test. Will he be the best this week? That's for the jury to decide. Who will soon announce their decision, considering not all our psychics underwent testing this week?
She was tormented.
She just silently ran away from the project and didn't come to our tests.
She was a strong competitor.
Perhaps someone here knows why she abandoned Psychic Bat.
She told me. She told me anyway. I'll leave.
Dear colleagues, you have all participated in trials and observed the psychic's work. Who impressed you this week the most?
I was very impressed by Alexander Litvin. He addressed the main question during the nurse trial.
Actually, Alexander Litvin told everything. I was impressed by Zirodin Nazev.
Alexander was able to determine kill.
Yeah, he said the killer's a maniac.
I don't agree with this at all. If you are an unknown person, someone would notice it anyway. The only thing that Alexander Litvin said is that perhaps he used to relax here, or perhaps he once worked here. I agree with this.
In general, Litvin displays exceptional results, especially in my tests where he accurately identified whose blood referenced. Details about which it is impossible to find out from the internet. He only told what Nikita himself knew. And two was Zarodin Rozayev.
The intriguing rivalry of two male psychics continues. But who will emerge victorious in this contest? Who will excel this week? Cast your votes now. Thank you very much. Now we need to know the name of the person who will leave our battle, whom we will say goodbye to this week, Seryozha.
I selected Lily, but this is subject to further consideration. Lily.
Upbringing with Nikita Jigurda, but generally said that the blood belongs to the animal.
Wait a moment. I need to inform you all that not every psychic has been evaluated this week.
Who doesn't?
She was a mysterious person. The distinguished Svetlana Sinyavskaya?
Maybe he was just sick?
No, she's gone.
She just silently ran away from the project and didn't come to our tests. We called her, found out why she didn't come to the tests.
What is she?
She said that I can't explain the reason, but that everything here is not as she thought.
Trust is scarce here. In any case, I certainly don't trust anyone. If the psychic provides results you believe, but if not, then who is Svetlana Sinyavskaya and what should we do?
Well, in general, they came to test them and not to believe or not believe.
By the way, well, for example, I don't remember that it surprised me in any way. If the Sinyavskaya one didn't give any results, then sooner or later it would have happened by itself.
Well, she somehow got into the project. She'll start testing the same.
It happens that someone accidentally comes to this project with...
You were surprised
by the Svetlana Sinyavskaya?
During one of my trials, she suddenly broke through it right in the middle of the trial and ran away. I'm not ready to say that she doesn't have abilities. We haven't had time to reveal them. But the stressful situation, the competitive situation, could have affected the departure.
But we can only guess, really, what happened to her. But I want to say that according to the rules of our project, only one psychic can leave the battle, and Svetlana Sinyavskaya automatically becomes this psychic. So, I immediately take the photo of Svetlana Sinyavskaya.
Or possibly psychics other competitors understand her motives.
And I will definitely ask, and psychics are already waiting for me at the appointed time in the appointed place. Good evening, esteemed psychics. The jury has just delivered its verdict, and within a white envelope is a photograph of the individual deemed the best this week by the advisory jury board. I can confirm that this person is the leader for this week. It's a man. Which of the four do you think? Zirodin, can you provide the name of this man?
Alexander Litvin.
Alexander, is there anything you would like to add?
Excellent outcome.
The right choice. Can you inform me of the city you reside in?
I live in the Chelyabinsk region in the city of Troitsk. When I came here, I didn't tell anyone about it.
You are a customs officer. Now the whole country knows the whole city of Troitsk can support Alexander. He became the leader this week and continues to fight the battle of psychics. As you can see today, I only have a white envelope in my hands, no black envelope. There are currently 8 people involved in the project, only 7 were tested this week. Have you noticed that someone is missing? Lana Sinyavskaya. Unfortunately, she did not pass the test. This week she refused to volunteer. She refused to even come here and talk about the reason she's leaving the project. Perhaps someone here knows the reason Lana left the psychic compound.
It's her secret.
That is, she didn't tell you anything either, no.
She confided in me. She just stated, I'll leave regardless.
It's not always a black envelope. Acquire and accept it. No one made an offer, and no one mentioned the black envelope.
That she might have perceived the situation with greater depth.
Perhaps Lana herself has nothing to say here, so she can't give a reason. Perhaps the battle of psychics hadn't gone as she'd expected.
Or perhaps she merely understood the intense competition. Just like all the others, she had an opportunity to win. Every jury member acknowledged it, but she didn't grasp the chance. It's not necessarily true that Lana remained unbeaten. You might say she departed without uttering any goodbyes.
She was a strong competitor.
I think she is.
He will hear these words and see.
Well, the battle of psychics, however, continues, and now there are 7 of them left, and our trials are becoming more and more interesting. Don't miss it. Next Sunday at 8 p.m. on TNT.